For the last 30 years, Dennis Money has been a source of inspiration to others through his efforts to preserve, protect, and promote the most fragile inhabitants of our ecosystem. His passion started with the peregrine falcon, a species that was endangered in our state. He started the first program of its kind to raise, nurture, and release the birds back into the wild. It was a major success and served as confirmation that he had found his life's calling. A few years later, Dennis learned of another local threat to his beloved wildlife. The closing of the Seneca Army Depot meant that nearly 11,000 acres of natural habitat, along with a rare species of white-tailed deer, would be left for ruin. Recognizing the significance of the animals, Dennis helped organize a group of people dedicated to preserving the unique herd. The group became known as Seneca White Deer.
One moment really stands out in my mind. We saw 2 white deer bedded down in the field, and as we approached, I stumbled over a stick, and the 2 white deer jumped up, and then the whole field erupted into 40 white ballerinas. And it was the most incredible sight of my life.
Dennis and his team began a crusade that would last nearly 2 decades. Their journey was filled with many highs and lows, but through it all, Dennis refused to give up on their important mission. His efforts brought international attention to the white deer and to Seneca County. His captivating images and passionate pleas resonated with the public.
If you feel as we do, that the depot should be preserved as a haven for the world's largest herd of white deer, then join us in our fight to protect our history and our wildlife.
To further raise awareness, Dennis and his team organized tours of the white deer. People came from around the world to marvel at the majestic creatures and left with a greater appreciation for both the wildlife and the depot's fascinating history. The success of the tours inspired Dennis to create plans for a world-class ecotourism park, combining the depot's unique history and its wildlife. A combination of good timing and additional assistance allowed the project to move forward. First, local businessman Earl Martin purchased a majority of the depot and created Deer Haven Park. Working with Dennis, they formed a dynamic partnership that enabled Seneca White Deer to pursue its mission. To complete the storybook ending, my wife Josephine and I also provided support. We first met Dennis 15 years ago on the River Otter project and have since developed a great friendship. Proceeds from our special wine label helped Dennis and his team open a welcome center to serve as a home base for its operations. On November 16, 2017, after more than 17 years of dreaming, fighting, and fundraising, Dennis opened the doors to a new experience, one that unlocks the secret world of the Seneca Army Depot and showcases its incredible wildlife, including the famous white deer.